guys, welcome to another edition of Brave Inside Out. I'm Abhilash Vijay, your host for the day. Today I'm with Erik. How are you doing, Erik?
How you doing? I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
How was the travel to Bahrain?
Yeah, it was good. It went really smooth. Had a good seat on the plane, so got to relax, put out my feet, and yeah, it was good.
So where do you train at?
I train in Gothenburg,
Okay.
in a small gym called Frölunda Camp Sports Center. It's translated Frölunda Combat Center. So it's like a little gym, but the trainer is good and he's been doing martial art all his life.
All right. How did you get into fighting?
So before I started fighting, I played ice hockey, which is a really big sport in Sweden. And towards the end, I didn't enjoy it as much. Yeah, around that time, it was like a perfect timing because I got in a fight in the street.
Okay.
And yeah, I didn't like the feeling of not being able to defend myself. So after that, I started training in MMA. What do you say?
How many years it's been you've been training MMA?
So that was maybe 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just talk a little bit about the fights you had in Brave. I think your first fight was versus Jarrah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So how was the fight? What was your feeling?
Yeah, it was a tough fight to begin my career here in Brave.
Yeah.
You know, he's a very skilled fighter and he's well-rounded. He kicks good and he's good grappling and so. And yeah, it was a tough fight at that time also.
Yeah. But the second fight, you actually came back way too strong versus Ghazi.
Yeah.
So how was that fight? How did you prepare? Was the first loss in Brave something which got to your head and you said that you need to change things around? So how did you make that transition to come back much stronger?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I just took the loss like it was, didn't blame anyone else, and just got back to work and stayed focused ahead of my next fight.
How has your training been for this fight and versus Ahmed Amir? What do you think about your opponent?
So the training has been really good. I've been training in Gothenburg.
All right.
I've been training with a lot of different people and at different locations, because in Gothenburg there is a lot of good people who do combat sport, but they are not under the same roof. So I had to go here and go here and go here to train with the best people. But yeah, I feel great. I feel a big improvement in my physical condition and my technique since my last fight, actually. And yeah, I'm fighting Ahmed Amir.
Yeah. What do you think about your opponent? Because he's always been like the underdog of Brave. Like every time he came here, everyone said that he might have a very lower hand on the other fighters, but he actually proved everyone wrong by winning over and over.
Yeah,
so what do you think about him, about that being a thing that he just came as an underdog, but now he's actually proving his point?
Well, he got a good fighting spirit. You know, he comes to fight, I believe. But I believe that I have much better skills than him, and I have more weapons. I got more things to do inside the cage, so I feel that will be the difference between us.
What actually motivates you to fight? Because a fighter's lifestyle is really tough. It's not something which is easy, not everyone can do it. It's a lot of sacrifices and compromises you got to make. So what's that thing that drives you, that motivates you to keep pushing further and further? Well,
I love the fighter lifestyle. I love to, you know, to go train in the morning and then get home, just eat, relax, and go train again later that night. That is the life that I want. So, and to be able to get that life, I have to fight. You know, I don't love everything about fighting. There's some stuff is better than other, but overall, yeah, I really enjoy it. Yeah.
So let's talk a bit about the fight card for Brave CF9. It's like the biggest fight card we ever had in the Middle East.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the matchups? How are the matchups set up? Do you feel it's something which is very unique? Because if you actually see the matchups, it's something which has never happened before.
Yeah. There's a lot of good fights.
There's a lot of good fights. Let's talk about the main events at least.
Yeah.
Like those 3 fights. Who do you think is going to actually nick it and get the titles? Like for the first one, Stephen Lowman versus Gurdarshan Mangat.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen that much of Steven, but yeah, probably how do you say
Gurdarshan.
Yeah, Gurdarshan, just because he's so far ahead in the game of MMA. If you compare to his opponent, the way he trains, where he trains, I just think he's gonna be too developed for Steven. But Steven is a very athletic guy.
Yeah.
But I think Gurdarshan is gonna win that one.
And what about the co-main event? Champion Elias versus Lucas. Champion Elias versus Lucas. Who do you think is going to take the belt? Do you think Lucas will be able to take the belt from Elias, or Elias is going to defend it?
Yeah, that is a tough one. I mean, Lucas is a lot bigger than Elias. So, is it a 5-round fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the fight develops in the later rounds, because I assume Lucas drops a lot in weight.
Yeah.
And I would think that Elias got the better stamina, but yeah, probably Lucas though, because he's been fighting on a big stage, and he's got that experience. Yeah, he's been doing it a little bit longer, and he's been living the professional MMA lifestyle longer, I would think.
And for the main event, Alejandro versus Othman.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to take the belt?
Who's gonna take that belt? Well, that is the Mexican is a bit more of a grappler, huh?
Yeah.
You would say.
I think they both are well-rounded fighters, but
yeah.
I think Othman is more of a brawler. He just gets into it and starts finishing his opponents.
Well, I think that Othman asked for this fight. I heard that Alejandro didn't know why he was getting the main event, and I think that Othman asked for it actually. So yeah, Othman is probably gonna win.
Alright guys, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Brave CF9 is happening at the Khalifa Sports City Stadium on November 17th. The gates open at 3:30. See you guys there. Thank you.